This short video is aimed at helping ISVs, application companies, service providers who offer infrastructure as a service or platform as a service to their end customers, or any company offering on-prem distribution or proprietary hosting services. In fact, anyone who currently uses the Enterprise Edition of the Oracle database and wishes to lower their database license and support cost can benefit greatly from this video. As a consultant working with some of the world's largest tech companies, I've learned certain tricks of the trade, and the idea behind this blog is to share them with you. If there's a specific topic that you'd like me to cover in my next video, please send me an email and I'll be sure to include it in my upcoming videos. In the next 7 minutes, you will learn one of the fastest ways of lowering your cost of goods sold, getting better SLAs to support your business model, and growing your business. Other than the open source embedded business team at Oracle, who for some reason also call themselves the strategic partner enablement team, I haven't yet had an intelligent conversation around the above areas with any other team within Oracle. Everything I say in this video should be researched and evaluated independently before you make any business decisions. There are some links included in the description where you can validate some findings for yourself. Also, we have no official association with Deadpool or Marvel, although that, would be great if we did. This is what a typical solution stack at an ISV looks like. It's comprised of the operating system, database, and the actual application or IP that you offer. Let us assume that the total cost of your solution stack is $100,000. The operating system would be between 2 to 4%, fairly negligible, database between 40 to 60%, and the application itself ranges between 30 and 35%. Typically, you've already developed your IP in the lowest possible cost, so there's not much room there. However, the biggest cost is Oracle database, and we'll cover the best way of architecting that to reduce the cost of Oracle database. So for most companies, it comprises the highest percentage of the cost of goods sold. In my interactions with ISVs, I've come to find that 90% do not need Oracle Database Enterprise Edition for RAC. That's required only for active-active. In my experience, most applications only need active-passive, but due to Oracle database compliance rules, they have to buy Enterprise Edition in order to use RAC. There are, however, more cost-effective alternatives for achieving high availability. Let's now look at an example. Consider the server estate where, say, if you wanted to buy the SE2 edition of the database for a 2 CPU socket and you wanted to cluster this. Now, SE2 edition is $17,500 per CPU, which for this system will be $35,000. Because it's 2 CPU and because of the licensing policies, you need Oracle RAC, which is also shipped along with SE2. So far so good. However, because it's a 2 CPU machine, you cannot use the SE2 edition with RAC. Only if this was a 1 CPU machine, you could use the SE2 edition, but because it's 2 CPU and you want Oracle RAC, you have to go with the Enterprise Edition, which will cost $47,000 per CPU. All of a sudden, this is going to cost you $94K for the same machine, and because you're using RAC, you also then need to put $94K on the other side, which then takes your solution cost to $188K in licensing, plus support on top of that. Also, the solution now has gone super expensive. Only because you wanted to use RAC, you had to upgrade to Enterprise Edition, and while it's possible to use RAC on SE2 on a single CPU machine, a very few people use single CPU machines now. This takes your total cost up to $188,000 in licensing. So even if you don't want to use database on the second machine, you have to buy licenses for the second machine as well. Could there be an alternative? Let's take, for example, SC2 edition on 2 CPU machines running on Oracle Linux. You still have the same $70,500 per CPU, which equals $35,000 for 2 CPUs. Oracle Linux, by the way, is completely open source. And here is where it gets very interesting. You add clusterware for $13.99, which takes the price to $36,399. Seems simple enough, right? Well, I can't wait to show you what happens next. Clusterware is a suite of packages included with Oracle Linux. Clusterware is both certified and supported for Oracle database under active-passive. It's the active-active in rack that causes you to license both sides of the cluster. So what does active-passive mean? It means that you have one database which is active, the other one is a replica, and if there's a failover, there's a 5-minute time delay to switch. Most business users are happy with active-passive because they are okay with the 5-minute downtime, treating it as business critical and not mission critical. I estimate that 90% of requirements only need active-passive. So coming back to our example, on the active side, your cost of licensing is $36,399. On the passive side of the cluster, your CPU licensing is $0, so 2 CPUs on the passive side are 0. Also, there's something called the 10-day rule, which means in any 1 year for 10 days, you can switch on the second cluster live at the same time as the first cluster for the purposes of maintenance. But you still need clusterware for $13.99. So you got an overall cost with operating system as $37,798 as your solution cost with database versus $188,000, saving you $150K on database licensing. Also, the Oracle Linux cost includes the clusterware implementation, comes without any cost of change, is 100% compatible with Red Hat, and you also save on the operating system spend over your Red Hat installation. To get to this level of saving on clusters using 2 CPUs, or to learn about hard partitioning your database in an Oracle acceptable format and saving even more when you virtualize, email me at the ID above on your screen. As an open source evangelist and advisor, this is my way of giving back and saying thank you. We would absolutely love your questions, ideas, suggestions, articles. We're just starting up and need your help to write our story. So please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel.